Welcome, everyone, to the Authors Quill. I hope y'all are having a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on our big, beautiful blue planet. You know, this is a great place to hang out. You can come hang out with John and I. John doesn't do no pole dancing like Sean, but still, hey, you can hang out with us. And well, we don't want to be shocking anybody. We have some great guests on tonight. We'll get ready to bring on time in just a few minutes. I hope y'all have really been enjoying today. I mean, where I'm at right now, we've had rain for 4 days. We're going to probably have rain for 4 more days. But when you live in the deep south, you just kind of come to expect the rain. Actually, in my case, I really just enjoy the rain because I actually sleep better when it's around. The only time I get upsetting is like yesterday, it blew out one of my cameras. The lightning hit so close to my house, it blew out a camera. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. How does that happen? But anyway, guys and girls, I hope y'all are out there and getting ready for the show. And John's right there. He's giving stuff away or something. He's got free money. Who's giving away free money? Who texted me that? Yeah, you gave away free money. I want some. No, actually, this one. Where is it at? This one. Yeah, this one. I grabbed the wrong book. This one is still on sale. Not the book. The
ebook.
The ebook is on sale for 99 cents. See?
Yeah, it's still there. Like Amazon put it on special because they're really supporting this book. So they're promoting it right now, 99 cents. They put it on special themselves. So we're very excited about that. So it's doing well. It keeps on selling. So if you haven't gotten it yet, get it. Our first guest is going to be from Australia, and he's got a story in there that we'll be talking about.
All right, maybe you'll know what a Vegemite sandwich is. It's yeah, I've seen that. That's why I said that. I've seen the copy go by. No, April did not do the dragon this year in the book.
That was done by Cirello.
Yeah, it's actually right here. You see, I just happened to be going by the page when you said that. That's it right there. Fat finger eye. Well, I need more light here. But I mean, you can see it on the cover. It's full glory.
April did this piece of work here. She did that art, and that was for Nina Creaky Hoffman's story.
Some of these names, man, are tough. I see Thomas down there. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, man? We're gonna let you in hell in just a second. So we can't. Jerome, it's writersofthefuture.com or Galaxy Press. Writersofthefuture.com for the contest and the course, and GalaxyQuest.com if you want to buy some. But again, you can go to Amazon or Books, Barnes and Noble, Books and Mains. Anybody who sells books of any kind, is going to have this. Now, Marsha, why would you go to a Chinese bookstore for an American book? Just that when you posted that, I was like, okay, and you're smoking what today? Just asking. I'm not judging. I'm just asking. That's it. So I'll just, buy it from.
Yeah, get from Amazon because you're not going to. That's the best deal you're going to get. 99 cents for this book. It's normally when this goes off, it'll be back like $9 or so. Hey, Thomas.
Morning. How you doing?
Good. So it's morning for you. Is it?
What time? Yeah, it's 6 a.m.
Yeah, because I look outside and it looks kind of dark outside still.
Yeah.
For the Aussies, it's the wee hours on Sunday, man.
Yeah.
It's happy Sunday anyway, man. Look, Powerball numbers, just send them to me. We'll split them up. They don't even happen here for another 12 hours yet. No, Jimmy, always pick because they're always a day ahead of us.
Yeah.
Or we're a day behind them. However you want to look at it, doesn't really matter. It's just they're not really, but they are. I mean, they are calendar wise. I wish they were time traveling ahead because every Aussie I know would be wealthy. Every American,
we could make a lot of money out of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they would be a lot, but it is always interesting because a lot of times on one of my later shows, when I'm talking to my European friends, it's usually like 1 a.m. when I'm calling them, and the shows are going to 2, 3, 4 a.m. There's a lot of coffee drinking going on, but you get some good, interesting stuff out of guests at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I bet.
When their brains only function on half the synapses. So how you doing? I mean, everything's good. Life's treating you nice.
It's a bit of a shock going back to normal, but
yeah, I can imagine
after Hollywood, but Yeah,
it does
back into
take
the
some
swing of
time.
things.
So I mean, but they're aware of you at home, right? I mean, in the local part of the country.
No, not really. The
Oh,
reception has been
we need to
mild.
have a write-in campaign, man. Y'all listen, listeners. I know like 4 million people. Y'all need to get on the internet and write to his local town and say, put this guy. Well, I don't even know if they have newspapers anymore, but whatever the closest thing to a newspaper is today, an online, whatever they call them, I don't know. It's yeah, because online presence pretty much everything these days.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately, it kind of bites that way. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a time consuming thing, but once you start making money off it, then it's not as bad time consuming because at least you're being paid for it. But once you get rich, man, you just hire somebody to do all that stuff. You make your first million, you know.
One day.
You may, or just have a bunch of kids. That works too. I got a friend of mine. He's got like 9 kids, and he puts them all to work. He got like chores at the yin yang for these kids. He got his like own little platoon
whole group
going.
of junior social media managers.
Oh, he's oh man, they got their own pages and everything. They actually, if I remember correctly, they make probably about $30,000 a month off of social media by putting their household on the web. It's they got cameras everywhere. That's why I'm going to his house. He's like, but Joe, you're on TV. I said, yeah, but I don't want to be on camera when I don't know I'm on camera. It'll just piss me off. We're just not going to go there. But a lot of people do it now. I mean, a lot of people are making money just talking about their. If I had the time, I would get on TikTok. I could actually probably generate a few $1,000s a month just chit chatting on TikTok. You don't need a huge audience. You just need a consistent audience. And see, for like what we do, you have to have a big audience to make money. Because if you're monetizing like on YouTube and you ain't got 30 million people following, you're not making it. I mean, you might be making a few $1,000s, but you're not making any real money. And it's not like the old days. In the old days, you could have 1 million people following you on YouTube and be putting $25,000, $35,000 a month in the bank every month. What is this? What is this? A hole in the floor? What the hell is this?
It's a piece of artwork that somehow makes paperwork seem foreboding.
It's pretty cool, actually.
This story, since he gets paid by the word, he's got the world's longest short story title, at least Rise of Future's longest title, which was great. I mean, Emily and I totally loved when we were proofreading this. So Form 14B, application for certification of consciousness transfer post-mortem. So you automatically know, whoa, what's happening here? Just the title sucks you into it, which is great.
It is.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of the slush readers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we remember when that title came on the list." And I was like, "That's either going to be terrible or it's going to be great."
That's a good story. Yeah, that was a good story.
It was a great story.
It was,
so how'd you come up with that idea? That was like,
yeah. So I was doing a.
Are you a spelunker? Are you a spelunker?
A spelunker? No. So the idea didn't start with spelunking. It started with kind of just wondering about the kind of paperwork that would be necessary once things like digital consciousnesses and became a reality. So, like, I don't know, I'm sure your listeners have all been to the DMV and been stuck in a line trying to get a permit for something. It's the same here. You go to the place and you take a ticket and then you wait.
Yeah.
And then they come and then you don't have the right form. And that's just to drive a car. What if you've got to get your consciousness transferred to a new body? That's kind of where the idea came from.
But I mean, it's he's kind of simplifying a little bit. Because all I can tell you, read it. Look, there you go. Right as the Future, Volume 42. Just go get the book and read it. Yeah. Well, we can't tell you the whole story.
Yeah.
These stories aren't that. Look, what was this? Like 6,000? How many words was this story? I mean, John, these stories aren't long.
A bit over 6,000.
Yeah, these stories aren't that long to start off with, so we can't tell you much. I mean, if we do, you'll know the story, man. No, it doesn't work that way. But that's 99 cents if you want to go get it on your pad. I don't have my pad here. I'd show you, but 99 cents on your pad. Come on. This book's only been out since April. Not
Yeah.
even since April. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
into April.
April.
But yeah. So all I can tell you, go buy it. And if you want to be in it, again, writersofthefuture.com. Just go over there. All the rules there, everything you need to know is there. And if you're an author, there's a course there to take that will help sharpen your skills. Well, Michael, it's going to be different for everybody who takes it because some people have more skills than other people. And some people grasp concepts faster than other people. So it's going to be different. But I know who was involved in making it. So I know when she was doing it, she was making it so that the average person can just sit there and go through this. Let me put it this way. I understood, and I'm not a freaking author. No, the only part I've even had a problem with is actual writing a story. And frankly, it's not because of what I learned. It's because I'm, how can I say this politely, lazy. Yes.
Yeah, it takes discipline, Joe. You got to do it every day.
That's what I'm exactly my point. I got too many things I already do every day. It's so, but I'm just telling people, go over there and do it, and you might get lucky, you might win. I mean, look, Thomas, where are you getting? Australia, right?
Yeah.
And how did you get to LA? Did you like get a rowboat or something and row your ass over there? I mean, how did you get there?
It's a direct flight. It's only 16 hours. Well, it's 14 hours there and 16 hours back.
Yes, and that's because he won the contest, people. So they flew his ass out to L.A., put him up at the Roosevelt on Hollywood Boulevard, and let him meet some of the best authors in sci-fi on the planet. I don't. It's all I can say is go participate. You can't. Again, and I've said this. If John gave me $1 for every time I said this, I'd own the damn place. You can't win. You can't get there if you don't win. And you can't win if you don't participate. And you can participate 4 times a year.
Yeah. Yes. How many times did you enter, Tom?
7, I think, overall.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's that. No, it's when you no, Chris, you right off you messed up. When he says 7, it doesn't mean 7 years. It means 7 times. It could be 7 years, but it's probably 7 times, which is a year. And
7 times. So I think that my first entry was maybe in 2022, something like that. I started writing seriously in 2020.
That was with the pandemic.
Yeah. There wasn't a great deal else to do, to be honest.
Oh, Mike, you can't send none of your Bigfoot stories in. No, I'm sorry. One, they're just entirely too gory for anything that Writers of the Future is going to accept, and I can't even say what else they are because this is a damn G-rated show. I'm not saying they're not good stories. No, dude, you took me wrong. They're just they're. I don't want to use the word wholesome because that's not really true because they have a lot of interesting concepts in the Writers of the Future stories, but they're not going to let you just gore your brain out. It's just not going to be a blood and guts book. That's just not going to get it because none of the readers, the judges, it's not going to get through them. And if it's just sex and violence,
made me take all the swear words out of my story.
Yes, I can, But in a way, I appreciate that because I grew up with the Beaver Cleaver crowd, so there wasn't no curse words on TV back then. It was just, damn was a bad word.
Part of Australian culture, unfortunately.
Well, it is where I'm from too, because I'm from New Orleans. But but when I was a kid, the TV was so strict. I mean, even damn was a bad word. You got in trouble for saying damn.
Well, up until the 70s, husband and wife slept in either different rooms or different beds. It was Macmillan and wife. Macmillan and wife, I think, was the early 70s, maybe it was like 60s. That was the first time that husband and wife slept in the same bed on television. It was groundbreaking, like, whoa. But anyway, that's not what this show's about. So
yes, but it was interesting.
But the thing about Rise of the Future is that normally we have an anthology, you have a theme. And they say, okay, write to this theme. It could be like pink rhinoceroses or, jelly beans on the moon or whatever it is. They do something and everybody writes stories and it gets put together like that. This is just speculative fiction, and it's got to be PG, maybe 13. Sometimes it goes up to 17, but it's definitely PG realm. So it's appropriate for middle school. And it's just all types of stuff. It's science fiction, it's fantasy, it's alternate history, space opera. It's just all over the place. But they're just very amazingly refreshing new stories. And when I read yours, Tom, it was just like, wow, And I always say this when I do these shows, when I interview, all the winners, like, how'd you think that? It was just so clever. How'd you
That's
come up with
because
that?
those are cool stories. And,
Yeah.
your
Well,
brain's got to be
I had the
functioning.
idea over a year before I wrote it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just trickling away in the back of my mind. So I think I had the idea during a workshop. I'll give a plug. My friend of mine, Chris McKittrick, who's a science fiction author from Kansas, and he runs annual workshops where he'll pick a topic because I think he's an astronomer and computer software engineer by background.
Yeah.
And so he'll pick a topic, and then the workshop will run on that topic. So we've done black holes. We've done what was the second one? It was neural interfaces, and then the third one was artificial intelligence. And so the workshop runs where you'll have a brainstorming session with all the participants, and you'll have help each other build their stories. And then you'll have 6 weeks of reading scientific literature and literature in different aspects of that science to help as you're writing your story. And then the last workshop week is critiquing one another's stories. And so I have a list of about 25 story ideas from that workshop, but I've written about 6 of them. And so there's another 18 or 20 to go. And this was one of them. It's not the one that I ended up writing for the workshop, actually. But I've sold 3 of those stories now.
Oh, that's cool.
Different magazines.
So are you working on novels now? Or are you sticking with short stories for a while, or what's your plan?
I finished my draft of a novel about a week before I left for the US. And so that's been sitting in the back drawer, collecting dust while I did the workshop. I've been doing some short stories. I have a catch up with my writing group in about a month's time, where I've put it in EPUB form so that they can read it with all of my notes and all of the placeholders, where it's I need to come up with a name for this character. Yeah. and I need to figure out what time and what city this happens in, and that sort of stuff. And so we'll kind of go through that. I'll put all the chapters on index cards, and we'll figure out what needs to go in what order, because there's still a bit of work to do. And then I'll get into the rewrites probably in July.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Your character in your story in this book here, he's it's almost like a coming of age story too for a person as he transforms from a body to a digital entity in another body, because he realizes he has his realizations about himself too, like this epiphany.
Yeah,
moment.
He hasn't treated the other people in his life terribly well,
right?
And that becomes abundantly clear.
Yeah, he's full of himself, and he just expects other people to appreciate him because he's just so awesome. And
yeah, just like me.
But then he realizes he's not so awesome, unlike you.
Yeah.
I don't know. God told me everything and everyone on the planet was here for me, so I don't know. I'm just saying ahead of time, man. Get this stuff straight. And now, Jackie, you can read the story by buying the book or buying the ebook.
Yeah, that works for us.
You can get an audio. You can get the audio book. You can get the ebook, or you can get the book.
Have either of you listened to the audiobook? I haven't had a chance yet.
No, somebody keeps telling me he's going to send it to me. I'm not going to mention any names.
You don't have it yet?
I mean, John, whatever his name is.
You don't have it yet?
No, you keep telling me you can send it to me. You never send it to me.
I don't keep telling you. I thought I already did it.
He doesn't love me anymore. I'm on a doghouse list for some reason. What's that, Jeffrey? Oh, no. So first off, I did say that last night. That is, what's his name? He does. Why his name went right out of my brain? The guy who does all the different voices,
Jim Eskinen.
So yeah, I can't believe his name went right out. So I've seen him I seen him on a commercial the other day with Captain Kirk.
You've done this show before, have you, John?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, look. So I'm watching and I see Jim Mesclin, which I seen in a commercial the other day somewhere else, which he cracked me up in. So I look up and see him, and I see Captain Kirk look over. Kirk slaps him in the face. I'm like, okay, what the hell did I just miss? So I go back, and Jim Mesclin's doing Captain Kirk doing an impression, and Captain Kirk says, I can do an impression too, and he slaps him in the face and said, Jim says, well, who's that? He said, well, that was Will Smith. And I was like, you freaking kidding me, man. I was like, it was not what I was expecting. It really wasn't. It just caught me off guard. But he is funny as hell. But I will say he does a better Picard than Kirk, though. Still,
he was in Salt Lake City last week or something like that. I guess when he was doing this thing, because I had dinner last night with one of the illustrator judges, Brian Hales. He was a grand prize winner like 20 years ago. And so now he's a judge. And he was here going to a workshop with our keynote speaker from a couple of years ago, Ron Clements, the guy that did all the Disney animated movies. And he said, Jim, all of a sudden, someone knocked on the door, and there was Jim Meskin coming to say, hey, I just wanted to say hi. So he drove up to his home, because he's like 45 minutes outside of Salt Lake City in Draper. And just they had a chat there. But yeah, Jim is just amazing with his voice. He's the one that did the reading, with that.
He is he's a narrator for Form 14B as well.
Yeah.
In an Australian accent.
Yeah. He does like hundreds of accents.
He does a lot. I know he did last time I had him on the show. He did at least 30 different accents, and then he did some I didn't even recognize. I mean, I didn't know the character is what it was. And then he did some for me from some other stuff from some different works on different books and things. He's got a great range, and I love his Picard too. I mean, if you're not looking at his face, you think you're listening to Patrick Stewart talk.
But he'll sing also in other voices, and he's an amazing painter.
Yeah,
and he's an amazing artist.
And I like him in those radio stories. I've seen him in 3 of those radio stories now, and I liked him in each one of them. Or was it 2? 2 or 3, I think. Anyway, I know for sure I've seen him in 2 of the old radio stories, but because John and them, they did it this year, they did it last year. I think they did it the year before last with Jim. And he's always fun to listen to. Because one year it was him and his daughter was there. They were on stage. When was that? Last year or the year before last?
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. That was with Taylor. His daughter is Taylor, and his wife is Tamara. And the 3 of them did their audiobooks the last couple of years. This year, we had Stefan Rudnicki produce it, but then Jim came on and did it. So what was it like, Tom, listening to your story as recorded?
I haven't heard it either.
Oh.
She's being teased. See, they just like the tease.
All I've got is the teaser trailer that Maliva sent us.
I think Malavia does that on purpose just to torture us.
Well, we gave you your contract copies. Well, I'll give you the link to go buy it. I mean, I'm still up, so I am after all the publisher.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can just get it on Audible for one
credit.
Yeah. I bought mine.
Jesse, Maliva is we call her the evil one. Yes.
No, you call her that, Joe.
We call her that's not
you.
We have
anybody that you associate with evil is it self-generated by Joe Montalvo?
No, she's bad, people. I don't know how to tell y'all. She's pretty sure she was kicked out of hell for hanging out with Satan.
She's a superstar.
No, exactly. She's the one who produced this amazing book.
She's definitely a workaholic. Actually, there's pictures of her on the websites, and there's quite a few of them. Yeah, I take pictures of everybody, especially when they're not looking. Those are my favorites. I got some good ones of her, like with her mouth wide open and stuff. And
Joe,
making all kind of like creepy finger signs and stuff. No, those don't get published, Kim. I'm sorry. No, because she takes a lot of pictures of me too. I'm not going to get into it with her. Who got the worst pictures? The hell with that.
Yeah, she'll get you back.
Yes, definitely. It's on. So there's a new page that's on the UPRN site. So you can go see a bunch of the pictures I took this year. They're just I mean, they're all good pictures. Yeah, none of the other stuff ever makes it to the screen. Some fun stuff does.
Speaking of photos, you can see a lot of shots of Tom as he's going through the week. We have at riseoffuture.com. You can go to, you navigate on the left side of the page, and there's where it says blog, and you can go there, and we see every day of the week a blog was done, progressing through the workshop. And so at the bottom of each blog is the photos, a photo gallery, and there's hundreds of photos between all the 7 days of the workshop and the gala. And so you'll see Tom there with all the other winners and going through the various workshop and the panels and stuff like that. It's great. What are some, like, now that you're a month back from there, what's some of the things that you remember most as the biggest standouts for you, Tom?
So probably the biggest highlight was the art reveal. So when we all got together, all the authors came into the room, all of the artworks that we'd never seen before were set up in a big arc.
Yeah.
And we walked through and found our artists. I walked past mine straight away. It was the first one in the row, and I skipped over it by accident. And so I walked all the way around. I was like, oh God, I don't see mine. And then I walked all the way back and apologized. But yeah, I think my artist Art from Canada did a great job. I think all of the art is fantastic. Yeah, I think that was a real highlight. It was, it was just lovely seeing someone else's interpretation of my work.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. That's something that writers are always like, yeah, I was just curious, what were they going to pull out of my story? What, could they even get anything? So did it make sense to you once you finally went back and saw that art and hadn't skipped over it?
Yes. Yeah, I think that was more nerves than anything. I just didn't see anything that I was looking at walking into that room.
Yeah. So there there's the guy that's...
Yeah, poor old Cameron.
Yeah. And there's the little container that he's in. And all the paperwork, all those forms.
Yeah.
I could go read
14 of them.
What's that?
14 of them.
Yeah.
You got to go read the story, Micah.
Yeah. And then in terms of the workshop, so sitting down with the other writers, I think there's two parts. The best part is meeting your peers, I think, because writing can be a little bit lonely. And it's nice to meet a bunch of other science fiction and fantasy dorks to talk writing and science fiction and fantasy with.
Other lonely
and then
souls.
continue to talk writing and science fiction and fantasy with. But in terms of the workshop, I think Nancy Kress did an hour of power. She's a 6-time Nebula winning author, and basically downloaded 50 years of experience in 50 minutes. And I wrote 3 pages of notes. I think she was the standout.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about going. This has a lot of information to take in.
Did you have anybody with you from Australia?
Yeah, my girlfriend came over. Yeah,
Okay.
so we spent about a week in the US beforehand.
That's
Started in Venice Beach, went up to Santa Barbara, enjoyed the sunshine as winter was starting to kick in Melbourne. And then, yeah, she, while I was in the workshop, she went round and enjoyed the sights of LA, caught the bus. Did some shopping, caught up with friends.
Oh, good.
So
the gala. So how did that go for you? Because that's usually a bit of sometimes it's a different world when you look at, like, because a lot of the people that go to events, I had somebody, I just did a podcast interview yesterday who attends a lot of major Hollywood galas because he himself is an actor and a producer and a director. And he said this was totally like, the Academy Awards for science fiction and fantasy, except it's, for him, the speeches and what people were saying was so much more real and so much more impressive than the Academy Awards.
It's because we know we're probably only ever going to get one shot. Got to make it count.
Well, that may or may not be true, but definitely, like, he said there's so much more emotion, the actors are much more glib. They have a lot of, sometimes they're into it, but sometimes they're well drilled by the publicist, what to say, how to say it, what are the talking points, what are the bullet points. Whereas winners here are like getting that first time being recognized and acknowledged, from most, so it's a very emotional moment. Some people have been working at it for years to get to this point, to get to be acknowledged that, wow, maybe I do have what it takes. So, so who presented you?
Tim Powers.
That's pretty cool. He's a 3-time World Fantasy Award winner.
Mm.
And
I've got a couple of his books on the shelf.
Yeah.
Great.
That you can see behind me that are well and truly overstocked. We need more bookshelves.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. That's one thing is the advantage of having a Kindle. Because I get so many books sent to me for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I've filled up all the different nooks and crannies where I can just stash stuff, that I've read and talked about. And I so don't have room. So I like I actually prefer Kindle because then if there's a word I don't understand, I can just highlight it and look it up right away. And then also when I'm interviewing an author, I can tag different sections of the book. And then when I'm doing the interview, I say, okay, so now right here in this section, you said blah, 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 blah. So that seems like this, or what's that referring to? Or that goes back to this. Or this seems like you've got a really strong religious background, or you're a medical person, and they go, and then it opens up areas of conversation that, wow, nobody's ever asked me that before, that type of thing. Because people don't usually read the book before they interview them. So that makes a difference there.
Speaking of, have you finished my book yet?
I'm halfway through it.
Halfway through?
Yeah. So I'll be getting through it and we'll be scheduling.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. And the urgency came off a bit when I had you actually on as a guest on the podcast. That just went live. So
yes, I heard.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can listen to that as well on it aired on UPRN, and it's also archived on the Rise of Future podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be talking about your story, and it's really interesting going through my brain goes just gets searched around between a young adult, cozy fantasy to hard sci-fi to murder mystery to space opera to all these different things. And
it's good. Got to keep yourself flexible. Can't be getting stuck in a rut.
Oh, I'm definitely not stuck in a rut. I'm definitely, sometimes I get pretzel brained, sometimes I'm going through, sometimes I have an audiobook going, I have the ebook going, and then I have a print book that's also by my bedstand. So I'm going through all of them to move forward. And so it's, I don't like the audiobooks so much. I love the audiobooks, but I don't like it for preparing for a show because I read so much faster than I can listen. And I can't handle much more than like 1.2x because then I get distracted by the squeaky noises, that are voices, Yeah,
I'm the same with audiobooks. I find it very easy to distract myself because I'm used to doing other things while I'm listening. Whereas when I'm reading, that's like the only thing I'm doing. I can tune everything else out.
Exactly.
Even Joe.
Yeah, I heard
you. You've been very quiet in the corner.
I was moving stuff around for somebody else in the network, but it's because I was just listening to y'all chat.
Yeah, sometimes I get in there talking, he just kind of like sits back and he starts managing his network and says, "Okay, good."
There's always stuff. There's always something going on that needs to be looked at. And we like today. Matter of fact, what I was just doing while y'all were talking was setting up clips for this show. So when we're done, it'll send out all the clips to all the social media, and that way people can find it a lot. It actually helps quite a bit. I was surprised. We started running clips a few months ago, and on the shows where we're running them, it's increased the audience by about 25%. It's so
like these are 30 seconds or 60 seconds things.
It can be up to 3 or 4 minutes. It just depends. And if we do them old school, you get one type. It's usually about a minute. If you do with AI, they can be 5, 10, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute and a half. Just depends what you want. But we try to keep them fairly short, just enough for like they come on and see Tom's face and go, oh, well, he's cute. Let's come back and see him later on. It's we had a guest on the other day, and the number one reason everybody came back to see him. So, and I didn't even notice this during the show. It shows you how much I was paying attention. He had a dog the size of his freaking couch laying behind him, right? But it was asleep the whole show. Every now and then, I guess every now and then the dog would lift up its head and maybe roll over and go back to sleep. The audience was just flipping out on it. I'm like, really? I mean, they were having a pretty serious conversation, and that's what I got out of the audience was the dog was moving. I was like, okay, but it was making people come watch. They were talking about it online, and people wanted to come see the dad. He was a big dog. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was
like a St. Bernard or a Newfie or something like that.
Yeah, maybe a cross between like a King Corso and an Irish Wolfhound or something. He was big.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his head was like. I didn't notice him when I finally did. I was like, Jesus, dude, you got a horse in your house. Oh, you see my dog, huh? I'm like, yeah, I seen your dog. He's but matter of fact, that's funny because he does it. He fancies himself as an author and as an illustrator, but he was doing a bunch of artwork in his house. And he had all these oil pictures out all over the place. And his big dog and her 3 puppies ate every piece of artwork and every frame they could get their paws all the way up to 7 feet tall throughout the whole house.
Oh no.
And he had some fairly expensive artwork in his house. I was like, dude. He's like, yeah. My wife said just have him put down. I was so because one of the pictures he ate was a portrait of his mom, of her mom and dad when they were still alive. I guess a dog ate it. It was funny. He showed me pictures of what was left. It was just shreds and pieces. And I guess they were grabbing them, like shaking their heads and throwing shit around. I shouldn't laugh because I'm sure it was a horrible thing. But he said he lost.
That's horrible.
He said he lost in hours, probably 500 to 1,000 hours of artwork. And he said the bad part was, he said underneath where they had these pull-out drawers where he kept all of his manuscripts he's written. So they just got in there and shredded them up like they were nothing. Just he's like it's like a whole 10 years of my life just went poof. It's like, well,
I hope you had digital backups.
I said you wouldn't have a dog because I'd have taken the dog outside and shot the damn thing. Yeah, I doubt it. He's not that. He's a very smart guy, but he's not really electronic savvy. He does believe on paper on every. He because he laughs because I still keep stats on paper. Everything else for this network is digitally done, except for the actual physical stats. They're written like this. So people giving shit about it, but it's just the way we keep them. Matter of fact, one show was on there if y'all were paying attention. It's oh no, those two, that's from a different day. So don't get confused, people. It was just stats from a different day. I don't know what y'all think it's from today. But it's always interesting. But it's like meeting all of y'all at Writers of Futures every year. It's nice to meet authors who's got fresh ideas on things, that look at the world differently. We do a lot of different stuff, and sometimes you get pigeonholed wherever you may live. Certain places have certain political views. And since I have I'm a centrist, so my political views are all over the place. But it gets hard sometimes because, or religious views, things like that. Societies can get really dogmatic. So it's just nice to get out and meet fresh minds, people thinking about things other than the things that normally drive us crazy, which is, God, money, and politics. So it's nice to just talk about something other than that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So it's always great to meet all y'all. And
talk
I gotta
about
say,
your favorite books instead.
Yes, it's just nice because first off, I don't even know how half the concepts y'all come up with you even come up with. It's like in this particular with your particular book. When I read the title, I was like, said, okay, it kind of went where I thought it was going to go, but then it kind of didn't either. So I was kind of like, well, of course, I always like a story.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I always like a story that makes me actually have to think, because sometimes I'll read a story and it's like, okay, that was just a waste of time. This was. But Jesse, I don't get as much free time to read anymore. So I like to read. I always have a good time reading the Writers of the Future's books. I think I've got 20 of them under the belt now, maybe 18, something like that. But they're always good. The last 10 or 12, the way the stories are put together, just the book just kind of flows. It's well, they're different. I guess because they had different editors and different stuff. But as you go backwards on Writers of the Future, you can tell somebody else is editing and putting stories together and stuff like that. That's all. Well, because I know a lot of the people who are working on these, so I know who they are. It just appears different to me. That Tom, yeah, he's gonna be a millionaire. Why? He's married and got like 5 kids. Man, calm down, please. I'm just trying to save you, dude. These American women are nuts. Just warn you ahead of time. Oh, Jesse, where are you? Oh, you're down with Jim. You're in Sydney, right? Oh, where are y'all going? Y'all were in Sydney. Where are you at? In some town you've never heard. That tells me absolutely nothing, my friend. Well, where's Jim staying? I know he was staying somewhere outside of Sydney, Australia, but I don't know where he was. Now he was telling me about it because he wanted to go somewhere to go opal mining on the other side of the damn continent.
Yeah, opal mining's in the middle, Joe.
Is that where it's at? See, don't look at me. I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, you got to go to Cooper Pedy or White Cliffs.
All I know is I was invited to this some place where it's got UFO hotels and underground hotels inside of an opal.
Yeah, that's Cooper Pedy.
Yeah,
that's where, if you've seen Pitch Black with Vin Diesel, that's where Pitch Black was shot.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
that makes me more reason to go see
it. The spaceship from Pitch Black is at one of the hotels out there.
No, man, see, we have to go check that out, people. It's Australia's great. And they got a lot of good UFO stuff down. It's I can't remember that guy's name. He went and landed in Queensland at the not the Harp facility, the Pine Gap facility. That's brave, go flying into a joint U.S. British Defensive Outer Space facility, man. That's brave, man. I'll be like, wait, what you did? And you still alive? Oh, okay. Have you been brainwashed or something? But I don't know. It's very strange. See, y'all got a lot of good stuff to write about it in Australia.
Yeah, Pine Gap's actually in the Northern Territory. It's not in Queensland.
Oh, I see. No, actually, Jesse, they have it listed.
Joe.
Yeah, I know it's big. It's no, Jesse, that's Ancient Aliens has it listed in Queensland. Yeah, I didn't think it was, but it's been so long since I read about it.
It's about 18 km south of Alice Springs, which is in central Northern Territory.
There you go.
So one of my favorite movies ever is Man from Snowy River. Where is that? I love that movie.
So the Snowy River is, so it starts in the Great Dividing Range, which is in New South Wales, and flows down through Victoria to like the Bass Strait, which is the ocean between Melbourne and Tasmania.
Yeah, did you ever see that movie?
No, but I've read the poem, which is what it's based on.
It's such a
Banjo. Yeah, Banjo Patterson is like our national poet.
Yeah, and that cinematic quality of that movie, it was just breathtaking. Just like
Stephanie says, y'all are full of BS. There ain't no snow in Australia. She said she lived there all her life. She ain't never seen no
there's a little bit.
Snow.
A little bit.
She said that's like when they say it snows in New Orleans. Ain't no such a thing. Oh, people.
We even had snow on Christmas one year.
Oh my God.
But Christmas is summer for them. Christmas is summer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Normally we've got the shorts on and the barbecues out, but no, we had not in the mountains near where I live. They had snow on Christmas Day.
Yeah. So what are y'all going into winter now, right?
Yeah,
we're going into summer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, winter starts in like a week.
No, Jeffrey, because they're on the other side. They're on the other side of the planet, on the bottom half of the planet. Well, okay, it's not the bottom. There's no.
Yeah, they're totally flushed the other way.
It's it's Kirby. No, I haven't. I haven't been. I've sailed past Australia, but I haven't actually been to Australia. No. Oh, and if that was what you said was true, that would be classified. And I couldn't tell you that anyway, could I? So it really wouldn't matter, would it? No. I got a lot of friends down there, but and I know a lot of American transplants. I know a lot of Aussie transplants. The United States. Matter of fact, there's two right now touring, talking about how much they love that they have free speech. And I'm like, I got a lot of Aussie friends. Ain't none of them hold their tongues. I mean, what are you talking about? Free speech? I got lost. I'm sorry, Thomas. I was lost. I was like, man, I got a lot of friends in Australia. And ain't none of them don't say what's on their mind. It's kind of crazy. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean about that. No,
Not
Jeffrey.
backwards and coming forwards.
Yeah, they were actually what they were talking about is a couple of countries have now restricted Facebook for ages 16 and under, which is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with adults. It's just for children. It's nothing to do with adults. They just because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, some of the stuff you see on social media is not for kids.
It's not for adults either.
No, I was going to say a lot of it ain't even for adults, man. Alien hybrids or something. Now you see that Thomas, you doing some sci-fi writing. American government's releasing all kind of alien documents and UFO. Come on, man. You can't have a good story out of that. I need some good sci-fi. I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah, I do have a few little ideas sketched out about aliens. I think I have one about what's the thing about, is it cow tipping? Is that related to the
I don't know if it's actually related, but I have heard of it.
I think I've got a couple of ideas sketched out about cow tipping.
Yeah, because
I'd have to go back through my notes.
Because they got cattle mutilation down here, but we busted that, so they leave it alone now.
Yeah,
it's up here or over here, I should say. No, Jimmy, it's not really. When you look at Earth, there's not a top and bottom to Earth. As humans, we make a top and bottom, but if you're an alien coming to our planet, there is no top or bottom. It's all which way you come into the planet.
We draw the maps.
Yeah, we just did it like that. We had to have a South Pole and a North Pole, so we have a top and a bottom. Because humans are weird, so why we have to have time? We're just weird. We have to have things in a particular fashion. Humans can't help themselves. I'm sure for an alien race, we're probably a little on the anal retentive side. But hey, we're young. We're babies in the grand scheme of the universe. We're just little children. And Jimmy, we live in a 14 billion year old universe. When I tell you we're babies, we're like probably like Neanderthals to everybody else. But that's also good sci-fi too. So I can't wait to see Thomas put out. And that's another thing that's so nice about meeting all of y'all. You never know who's going to have the next really good book. That's going to turn.
Well, we're halfway. I'm halfway through Tom's book here on. It's called Project Gateway. Yeah. So that one there, it's potentially near future science fiction. It reads like it's near future. There's a bit of technology there that you've got to have an amazing leap of faith that it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's kind of if any of your readers or listeners Michael Crichton fans, it's like it's a Michael Crichton style technothriller. Yeah. About the invention of teleportation, which triggers a succession battle in the company that invents it. There's journalists lurking around, venture capitalists looking to take advantage, criminals. I can't imagine what criminals would want with the ability to teleport. And all of those factors kind of come together into a bit of a crazy finale. But so there's a little
part there. I just know you got a broken family that I'm still in the middle of the broken family.
There's there's one leap of faith that I'll ask you to make, and then hopefully everything else.
Yeah, everything else is fine. Just that one leap is a definite. But that's what's good. Like you've got, the daughter, and then you got the father that comes all of a sudden like, wow, where'd he come from? And then there he is, and then.
I recognize that book in the middle.
Yeah. Wow, isn't that you can? I think you can get that book for 99 cents on Amazon right now.
What's this book on the left?
A symmetrically tentacled friendship or homecoming.
Okay, explain.
That one.
Yes, that one.
Do you recognize the symbol, Joe?
it caught my attention. Let's put it like that. It looks very familiar. It just when I first seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the pulsar map from the Golden Record.
Is that what it is?
What it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Man, I knew it looked familiar.
it's a science fiction novella. It's set about 40,000 years in the future. Human empire, the human galactic empire has collapsed. There's barely any humans left, and the ones that are left live on slowly degrading spaceships that they no longer know how to maintain in the gaps between the stars.
California finally took over.
It's about I thought we weren't talking about politics, John.
Hey, I'm not. I'm being good over here. I'm reading.
Yeah. And yeah, it was shortlisted for the Aurealis Awards, Best Science Fiction Novella in Australia last year. Yeah, it's about 4 of those humans who are searching for a planet to live on.
Okay. Are you submitting? By the way, are you submitting your story for the Aurealis this year?
Yeah, it will be when they open.
Okay. When they open, good.
Yeah, usually about October.
Okay. Anyway, so this is definitely a cyber thriller type thing. So far, where it is.
Yeah, that's kind of I tend to straddle the line between science fiction and thriller. That's my sweet spot, I think.
Man, it's so nice that authors use their names for their websites. It makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
It's
like there is another Tom Slee out there, which is why I'm Thomas K. Slee. But
but you came
Tom
right
Slee,
up to. Yeah,
he's I think he's a philosopher, like a philosopher of industry. So he talks about supermarket design and the gig economy and stuff like that. But that's the other Tom Slee.
It's interesting that there's 2 of y'all out there. I guess not. I mean, there's 8 billion on the planet, but still, it's always weird.
There's billions of people. There's going to be a few.
Well, it was funny.
There's probably another Joe Maldonado somewhere.
Oh no, there's about 4 of us. But what was weird is I met one who owns Boarhead meats and hams. His wife's name is the same as my wife's name.
So April just texted. She said she can get her link, so I just sent her the link that you sent to me.
Okay, good deal. I was actually sending her one while we were talking. I don't usually send them till about 6, 7 after. It's April people. Y'all know who April is, the dragon lady. All right, the dragon woman, whatever the hell you want to call her, I don't care. Just be polite.
So how long does it take you to? So how long did it take you to write this book, Project Gateway?
Oh well, so this was my first, so it took me 5 years.
Got it.
The first draft was unreadable slop because I didn't know what I was doing, but it was very important. And that's a little bit unfair. Just the first half was pretty bad. I kind of figured out what I was doing by about chapter 17 or 18, at least a little bit, and could make it coherent.
Right.
And then I put it away for a little while and wrote something else. And then I wrote a second draft and sent it out to some friends, got some really useful feedback about unnecessary characters, which is still something that I do. So when I'm writing, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. And so these characters will crop up. And then you realize they don't really need to be there and they don't add anything and they'll disappear again. And so it's about going through and tidying those sorts of things up.
Yeah.
And then, so the second draft was much better, but I still hadn't quite figured out the ending, and it probably took me another. I put it away for another. I wrote a 300,000 word fantasy novel, which is sitting in a drawer and will probably never see the light of day. And then came back to it and figured out the ending, and then that's when I was ready to self-publish, basically. So I hired myself an editor. Hey, April.
There's that lovely lady I see. She can't hear us, but she's coming in. So I was curious, did you do the online writing workshop?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that help at all with any of your writing?
Yeah, it's good to go back and reinforce some of the fundamentals. I think it's easy to just kind of keep forging on, and sometimes you pick up bad habits for yourself. So just remembering to focus on key plot elements, going through and making mapping things out for yourself. I think one thing that I often it's very easy for me to forget setting. And so that's always good to go and just polish up on the basics. Make sure that you're not writing a story set in a blank white room.
Yeah. So
Yes, you can't hear us.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, you got the right button. Okay.
All right, there she is.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
We're doing great. All the better now that we got the
Oh,
lovely
now I
lady
can't
with
hear you
us, the
anymore.
lovely dragon lady.
I could hear you guys a second ago. Now I can't hear you.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, I can hear you, John, but I can't hear everybody else.
Well, I'm the one that's important to listen to anyway, so let's
I
get
mean-
Rick-
We just
Joe,
I
kicked him
wasn't
to
saying
the-
anything.
Joe, I can hear you. John, I can't hear you. And Thomas, I cannot hear you.
That's weird.
You
That-
still can't hear me?
that- I guess I can
Doesn't sound like
translate.
So you don't hear
That's
me?
weird. Oh my God.
That is weird. That's a strange. That's, you know what? Drop
Is it-
yourself out and come back in. Just take yourself
Okay.
completely out of the system and come back in, because it might be something came in weird or something. Because that's just weird.
Okay.
There's little
If not, we're
gremlins
blaming it. We're going to
living
blame
in
it
the
on John
technology.
anyway. Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you
Coleman
send me
said-
another link, Joe, on my email?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. Hold on.
To
Let me
me?
grab
Okay.
it.
All right.
Let me
I'll
grab
do
it right now. Quick. Hop over to some emailers. Where
So do you because we're always trying to get more people into the contest. That's part of what we're doing with this. We're obviously want to sell the book and keep it a bestseller.
Yep.
But we also want to make sure that people know about the contest and that it's free to enter. And so do you have writing groups, or do you have the ability to share this contest with others that are aspiring writers or
Yes,
artists?
I've been making my writing group very jealous. They particularly like the photos with the 14-foot
Oh,
dragon
move
out the
back.
front of the gala.
Yeah, from the tagline.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Good
morning
night.
after we had a production studio sent a truck over and picked it up and took it to their studios so they could have it
Yeah.
there.
I can hear everybody now.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yay.
I think that
Yay.
worked.
So
Yeah, it was some kind of weird glitchy going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
April was the winner. Was it 3 years ago that you were the winner?
Yeah, 3 years
like
ago.
12,
like
right?
39, I believe. yeah.
Yeah, 39. Yeah. So, and then she was in. You did this one here
My latest
one.
for Nina Creaky Hoffman, and dragon visits. So there's little baby dragons in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that
she
was a
had
lovely
such a
little
great
story.
story. And
Yeah.
I totally identified with it because it was a lot about grief. And the main character, whenever he plays the violin, he sees dragons, and his mom got him into dragons. So whenever he sees dragons, he thinks of his deceased mother. And so it was a very moving story. And, and the author said she was inspired by me and my dragons that I had done for the previous volume 39. So, she kind
Wow,
of,
that's
with
really
that.
cool.
yeah, no, I know. So it was so cool to feel like I inspired a writer to write about dragons, and then I get to illustrate for her book or her short
And
story.
there she is. That's the in the first book in volume. You said
Mhm.
39.
Well, these two are two of
Yep.
my favorite pictures in this book, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, thanks. It was so much fun. It was such an amazing experience to win and to go to that workshop, and everything was so fresh and new, and meet everybody. And you
Yeah.
know, so every year I look forward to it. It's like a
Yeah,
little
and you
reunion.
developed some serious BFFs with Larry Elmore and Bob Eggleton.
Yeah, I talk to them at least once a week now, just to catch up, see how things are going. And And we have a few other artists that jump on board too. Dave Hoffercher and Nathan. I always forget Nathan's last name, but he's
Weigert, the one from this year.
Yeah. Nathan won this year, had that amazing speech to Bob. It was
Yeah.
Now, there wasn't a single dry eye in that entire room when he got up there and said his speech to Bob. It was so moving.
Yeah, he did that painting there.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bob, we connected him up with the organizers at DragonCon. So he's going to be one of the artists guests of honors this year at DragonCon. He hasn't been there for a long time. So are you going to be going there this year to DragonCon?
Oh, yeah. Well, I won the Best in Show last year.
I know.
Yeah. So I got to, so what happens is when you win Best Show or any kind of award, you get to go past all of that, like qualification nonsense where are you qualified to be in the show? So if you win an award, you get to pass all that stuff and you just,
you've proven yourself.
You're automatically. So, and I'll get to have a booth this year. It'll be my first year having a booth instead of having a tiny little table. So that'd be nice.
With the squeaky voice and everything that goes with it.
Tiny table, yeah. Of a big booth. My voice will drop down an octave.
Exactly. And that'll be good. That was so cool last year when you kept on. You got what, 3 awards?
I got 3 awards, yeah.
That was so crazy cool.
Thank you. I was so happy you guys were there for that too.
Yeah.
It was so unexpected. I was only hoping to win Best Dragon. Like that was an award that I really, really wanted was Best Dragon. And then they announced my name for 2nd place Artist Choice. And then they said Best in Show. And that's when I started crying. I'm like, what? Like, oh my God. It's like winning the Academy Awards or something,
Yeah, it's a big deal. And the year before though, you did the shirt for the blood drive for the, so you had the big t-shirt that was a giveaway for anybody that donated blood at the blood drive. That was way cool too. It
was so cool. I got to feel like a mini celebrity watching people walk around with my t-shirt, and I didn't want to be a weirdo and
you want me to sign it?
Yeah, I did that shirt, but inside, I was just so happy to see that everyone enjoyed the shirt and it was one of their best years. That's what Galen told me. That was one of the very best years of the shirts being donated. So
yeah, Galen is the guy that does that. He runs the blood drive there at DragonCon.
He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah, we've worked with him quite a bit over the years because Hubbard and Heinlein were best friends back in the day in the golden age. So it's the Heinlein blood drive. And so one of the first years we donated Battlefield Earth books, and then I put the letter that Heinlein wrote to Hubbard congratulating him on Battlefield Earth, and that was part of what was given to everybody. So we've donated lots of books to people for donating blood.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
so it's a real connection there in history.
Definitely real connection.
That's awesome.
In history.
Yeah, you can't be giving that blood away for free now, man. That stuff's expensive.
Absolutely not. Like we worked hard to make that. Well,
that's right.
I didn't work hard, but my body worked hard.
Yeah.
Anytime they find out what kind of blood I get, the first thing they offer me is money. I'm like, oh yeah, how much? That's weird. Yeah, because anytime I go to donate blood, like for when a friend of mine or somebody's in a hospital, the next thing the lady always says, "Do you know how much money you could get if you give plasma in your blood?" I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh, Mr. Joe, anywhere from $200 to $500 every time you give a pint. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, how much? I was like, it's still, but still, I'm lazy. I can't go sit anywhere for 2 hours. I can't do it. It's not gonna happen.
But it's surprised the way to make your rent,
But they have me on some list, so they come. But I knew that from when I was in the Navy. Navy had me on a list too. So because when you're a universal donor, they put you on a list in case something happens. Yes, it tells you how our governments really work, though.
Yeah,
not like they go around telling everybody you got you on some list because of your blood. That's weird. We're not even the only ones that do it. That's even weirder. I'm just coming up with sci-fi stuff for time. That's I'm looking for some
I've got my notebook. I'm scribbling.
Universal blood. donor.
The gas prices are going up because now they're mixing blood and
There we
metaphor
go.
speaking. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, well, we're what?
Thank God.
South we're up to like $6.20 a gallon now, I think.
We're only paying $2 a gallon.
Yeah, $6.29. Yeah, it's like the lowest I can find is like $5.49 ish. It's usually $6.50, $7.
See,
$7.
low end here is $2.89, high end's $3.69.
Wow, they're so
Yeah.
spoiled.
You know how much I was paying before Crazy Man went and started the war? I was paying $1.59 a gallon. It's I was like, oh, come on, dude, you just what come? You just finally get cheap gas prices again. I was like, because when he was president first,
know what it costs here.
Oh God, I can only imagine. I know my friends in Canada cry every time they go to the gas pump. I mean, literally.
That's why I ride my bike to work.
It's funny you say that, but my daughter-in-law bought a scooter so she don't have to drive her car around the city. Because in the city it burns so much more gas riding around the city, so she takes a scooter everywhere she goes. So it's like, of course, she's also got a big gun strapped to her side.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
She's
are guns illegal?
No, they're not illegal. But so we had a big mass shooting back in the 90s in Tasmania.
Thomas's mic isn't working. Yeah. I can't hear you.
Oh.
I can. No, I got you. That's
weird.
Yeah, I can hear.
I can hear John and Job. I can't hear Thomas. Sometimes it goes in and out.
Oh, that's weird.
That's that sexy voice. Thomas messes her up. That's all.
Yeah, that's the Australian accent.
I can't hear it. I wish I could hear the sexy voice. I just can't hear it.
It's no, Jamie. April won for art. Yeah, well, we just showed a picture a few minutes ago. Yeah, it's in book 39, which is this
39. Yeah, that's where she was a winner, and then this year she's published again.
And the dragon on the cover was done by Tom Wood. No, on 39, not on 42. 42 is somebody else.
Yeah, this was this year. This is her dragons are in there.
I still have the original. Just it'll hang out with the other one.
Okay.
You'll find a home someday.
It's weird how pictures find homes. I was, when you walk through all the different art galleries in the city, because some of them are 200 years old plus. When you get down there and you're walking around, they got so many pictures just sitting against walls or stacked in front of each other. You can tell by just looking at the frames, these pictures are 100, 150 plus years old. Some got so much dust on them, you're lucky you can see it. And you don't want to go wiping dust off of an oil picture. I'm always like, I want to see this picture, but I don't want to touch it, man. You got like a brush you can come dust this thing off with and come look at it. But you find some interesting art, and like some famous artists had artwork down there. A lot of it was stuff like they would do oil portrait, a full-size oil portrait, usually about 5 foot by 3 foot, for whatever Mardi Gras posters or whatever city posters they were going to have that year for the festivals. And they would do it in the full oil. Well, usually those would get, at one of the Mardi Gras parades, they would be put in a thing and sold for like charity or something. But every now and then somebody would end up with one in the art gallery, and they would sit there 50, 60, 70, 80 years until some idiot like me would come along and find one and buy it for $700. It's when it's worth closer to probably $75,000. It's but you find stuff, you still find good buys like that. And and then you see stuff with artists on there, with artists and dates that aren't from the United States. And you're looking at dates 100 plus years old. It's always interesting just to walk through. And it's the same thing with all the bookshops. You've got all these books down there. I mean, some of it, when you try to read it, it's English, but it's not proper. Well, I shouldn't say proper English because Americans don't speak proper.
It's Old English.
Yeah, so it makes it harder to read because the words are kind of disjointed and sometimes they're out of place for where a word would be today in today's society. But Jeffrey, it's kind of like my friends from the Middle East. They always want to put the verb ahead. Yes. Well, no, it's just the way they speak. it has nothing to do with they don't know what they're doing. It's just their language is spoke differently than our language.
Different grammar structure.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's yeah, well, you get used to it after a while, but I mean, it is different.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing with Rise of the Future is that Thomas has Australian English, and then we had Dorothy with South African English, and then we've had British English with Sean, and then we have Canadian English, and then we have American, and even in America, you've got you got the South versus the West, and we keep it all as submitted in the Rise of the Future book.
Kept all of my spellings.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do that so that people know, okay, so we keep it true to whatever country that the author submitted from. And it makes it validates more the concept that really is an international contest.
Right.
We didn't use it. We used to make it all part of just American English. And then we said, why are we doing this? Because it's international. So we switched it when we started the trade paperback versions, when we started doing the color art in there. And then when Echo came on board as a coordinating judge, she really opened up so that we had the styles from all over the world. Even if it's not her favorite style, she'll still let it in there, like the Chinese and Japanese and Korean and African and just all over, the different styles. So it's just not all Marvel style, Disney style, or this is your generic, whatever type of a art motif. It's just our stuff is all over the place in here, which I think is way, way better.
It's way richer.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say.
They say that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's what they say in New Orleans. Variety is the spice of life.
For me, cinnamon's the spice of life for me.
The spice of life is the variety.
Cinnamon or cinema?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Cardamom.
Yeah, I used to have lots of discussions with Anne McCaffrey. That was her favorite spice as well. So she used to come out and teach the workshops, and when she was alive. So she was, she loved root beer, and so every time she'd come here, we'd buy every type of root beer, every brand of root beer that we could find in Los Angeles, and have it lined up with like 20 or 30 different bottles or cans. And she'd come and she'd go like, she's so excited, seeing all the root beer. But then we have many discussions about the value of cinnamon, what is good for the heart and for the arteries and stuff like that. And I said, it just tastes so good. I love it in my coffee. I love it on apple pie. I love it on, and so we talk about all the value of cinnamon as a spice.
I love that. It's one of my favorite spices too.
Yeah.
It's like it's part of a family of I don't know what the family's called, but it's cinnamon, cardamom, nutmeg, pumpkin.
I have to refill it here, but every morning, like this is my coffee cup. So I take a half a stick of cinnamon, cinnamon stick, which is bark. And so I don't need the whole stick, but I'll break it in half and I'll put it in here and then I'll make my coffee. And so I have the first cup and then I'll have the second cup. When I brew the second cup in here, then it's already, I have a little bit of the leftover coffee, but the cinnamon stick is now all freed up with all of its juices, so fully infused. So then I make my second cup of coffee, and it is just the best with that cinnamon. That's
a great idea.
Yeah,
because I used to, because I don't drink much coffee these days, but when I would make coffee for my mom and I would put the coffee grounds in, and then I take cinnamon and sprinkle it on top of the coffee grounds, and then let that steep, and you get that very faint hint of cinnamon.
You can take that faint and make it a little bit stronger. You can start off with cinnamon, then you put the coffee on top of that, so that you get even more. It takes a little bit longer for it to drain, as it seeps through the filter. So it gives it a little more of the cinnamon, but I found the best is when I just use the half a cinnamon stick. Then it's definitely that cinnamon is like loud and clear, which I love.
I'm going to try that.
I like strong coffee and then the cinnamon.
It almost kind of reminds me of when you take a red vine and you bite both ends off and you put it in your can of Coca-Cola.
I haven't done that for so long. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that.
And then it melts eventually, so you only got maybe 5 minutes to work on that before it melts. Kind of reminds me of that, but
I get it. Yeah, I haven't had a red vine for so long. I forgot about that. I used to love the red vine, and you get the red, and then you got the black for black liquors. But
yeah.
So, do you drink?
We have an Australian version.
Me?
It's called a Tim Tam Slam.
Or Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas. So, what's the Tim Tam Slam?
Oh, I know what Tim Tam Slam is. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Tim Tam's an Australian biscuit. It's like chocolate coated, dual layered with like a chocolate center, and you like bite the top off and you bite the bottom off the Tim Tam, and you drink your coffee or your hot chocolate through the chocolate center of the biscuit. And
wow!
It's something.
It's something. So Tim Tam is like it's a cookie. It's a hollow cookie that's filled with chocolate cream or something.
Yeah,
it's a wafer cookie, and it's chocolate on the outside. Yeah,
chocolate on the outside, but it's a wafer, but it's as a tube.
Coated. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a tube. It's more like a sandwich.
Okay.
But yeah, you can if you bite the top and the bottom off correctly, then you can turn it into a chocolate straw, basically.
Yes, I think I remember doing that with some wafer cookies before. It's look, I'm from New Orleans. I use chocolate everything. Matter of fact, I was learning how to make tiramisu last night.
Ooh, yum!
Yes.
Make some for me.
I'm gonna make some and send it to California.
Yeah, ship it to me. I want some. I don't care if it comes.
Emily was looking a little skinny last time I seen her. I want to make like 5 pounds and send it and dress it to her and Sarah and you and Maliva. So here, y'all finish this off.
Hell yeah! I don't care how it arrives. Just
I was looking at it. It's a little more complicated than I really thought it was, but it's not that. Give it a try and see. Well, first it's got coffee in it. So right off the bat, you're putting in little ladyfinger cookie thingies in the coffee and absorb it up. Well, it's actually cappuccino, isn't it? It's I don't know, they're good though. I know that. God. And they don't, and down here they don't give you like a little piece. They give you like a plate full of this stuff. Oh Lord, it's crazy how much they give you on a plate. It really is. That, and I want to learn how to make bananas Foster.
Oh,
and it's just because I want to flame it on. I already know how to make it. I've just never done it like with a flame on it before. So I got the way my house is set up now. I can do that without burning my house down. So, flame on, buddy.
It'll make a great story.
I went to an Italian restaurant last night with Emily and myself. Went with Brian Hales and his wife because Brian's here for a workshop, and so we had the tiramisu that on the recipe on the menu it said tiramisu, so it translates pick me up, and it talked about how it's at it came from, I don't know if it's true or not. So it comes from houses of ill repute. They make this thing here for people that come in there as a pick me up, for the girls there, and as well as for a little sweet to kind of pick them up and get going for a fun night. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that was how they defined it on the menu of this Italian restaurant. Everybody there is Italian, and
that's another one of them fake Italian dishes. That's a New Orleans dish, but it's well, no, it's like
originate in New Orleans.
A lot of it does, man. They got a food channel dedicated just to food that comes out. Because New Orleans is different. We're not a different place to eat. It's like the muffalata. Everything in the muffalata is Italian, but the muffalata itself is New Orleans.
Well, it says here, quick facts. When I'm asking Uncle Google, he says origin is Italy.
Yeah, no, the whatchamacallit is Italy. The actual tiramisu is New Orleans. They actually list the guy who invented it.
The guy that created is Roberto Linguanato.
Yeah, the one from overseas in France and the one from here they're different. They're not the same thing. They're not made the same way, and they don't taste the same.
Sounds like
either.
Every argument between a
no,
Greek and a Cypriot.
Because a lot of New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans, and we're the source of all good food.
No, New Orleans argues with France a lot about foods they swap, because there's a lot of foods that start in one place and get finished in another place. You'll see like oysters Bienville or oysters Rockefeller or any of the oyster dishes, grilled oysters, all of that comes from the city. All that was done. Bananas Fosters became because there was too many bananas in New Orleans at the time. That's why the guy that owns Brennan said, hey, look, we need something for that. That's how the new tiramisu came around, because the original recipe was about yay thick. what you get in New Orleans is about yay thick. It's a whole different thing. It's 2 inches versus 9 inches. It's a whole different kind of food. And one's is a more of a pudding, and the other one's more of a custard. It's I've eaten both. Yeah, so it's just the way it is. But like I said, there's a whole channel dedicated just to foods, where they come from, how they originally came around, and what countries combined to make one food. Because there's a couple of foods that took 4 different countries to make one type of sandwich. So,
well, if you think
beignets come out of New Orleans or France?
So technically, the beignet was made in France, but the beignet we eat, so the beignet in France again is this thick. The beignet in New Orleans is this thick.
Right.
So it's the same name, and it's even cut the same. It's just not the same flavor or the same dough. So there are things like that cross over on the names, but and it's kind of like when you hear people say French bread down here. Okay, technically it's German bread. Okay, it's not French bread. It's Oppenheimer's, which I mean, it's probably some type of French bread loaf, because it's what it looks like, but it's German. It's not French. It's really good bread too. I'm not going to argue with them, but it's so you get a lot of weird crossover. It's like the reason the po' boy sandwich came around is because everybody was on strike, so they were taking big loaves of French bread with French fries and dipping them in roast beef to gravy and selling the whole loaf for a nickel, and people were buying them. It's the same way basically the muffalata started. It started because of one of the strikes. I think it was a streetcar strike. And somebody said he kept seeing these people coming in buying like things of salami and things of ham and things of olive salad. So he said one afternoon, he said, I just decided put them all in one bun and see what happens. 20 years later, they're still selling them from the same location in the French Quarter. Same.
So were you saying, Tom? You were saying something about food?
Oh, I was going to say that even if you think of something as famous as like pasta al pomodoro, which is probably Italy's most famous dish alongside pizza.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good.
But tomatoes don't come from Italy, and neither does pasta. So.
No. It's one of the things. It's when you find out sometimes where stuff comes from, you're kind of like, really?
Yeah, my favorite French food is I love French fries and I love French toast.
Lord, yeah. It's
in America,
I don't know.
Right?
What's that?
In America, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of good food between the two continents. A lot of good food come out of Europe and the United States. I don't want to hate on the rest of the world, because there's a lot of good food all around the planet, but the majority of stuff I like probably falls within those in the English speaking world, might be a better way of saying it. How's that? Before someone writes to Tom and gives him trouble.
You gotta get more
what's awesome? Well, we do a show called Food Porn. I'll have to tell you about it one time. It's not real porn by any means, but what is the favorite sandwich in Australia? Because we just did this on a show, but I don't remember here in Australia's.
Probably banh mi from Vietnam.
Well, because we did they did 50 sandwiches in the United States, and then they did 50 from around the world. But I just didn't remember hearing one from Australia. I'm thinking, oh my God, come on, no, Australians got a freaking sandwich.
We don't have much in like indigenous food in Australia, because we're a country of mostly migrants. Most of our food is also from other countries.
You just have shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Shrimp on the Barbie is good. Shrimp on any Barbie, it's good. Let's just be honest about it. I haven't had any shrimp I don't like on any barbecue pit so far. So it's
it's kind of hard to define Australian cuisine because it doesn't have a tradition. We started with English, and then when all of the Greeks and Italians and the Europeans came over after World War II, then we imported a lot of their food. Like my mum grew up not knowing really what garlic was until
holy crap, that'd be like
she was maybe in 15 or 18 or something like that, and then they had pasta for the first time. And then in the 70s after Vietnam, we had lots of Vietnamese migrants, and then we have you can kind of map the different waves of migration across Melbourne in particular. It's like where all the poorer suburbs where all the Vietnamese moved to, and then the poorer suburb changed, and that's where all the Lebanese moved to, and now it's Sudanese, and we've got all these great Sudanese restaurants and Indian restaurants, and yeah.
At least you're not in
travel
California.
around all these different hotspots for different kinds of food. It's great.
So while you're busy eating all these amazing foods, you can actually eat along by reading this book here with it. You know, it's a perfect book to read with your favorite Sudanese, your favorite Vietnamese, or your favorite European or Ukrainian or whatever type of food. Just get this, which right now is on special for only 99 cents on Amazon.
Put it in
So
your ear.
buy now before the price increase, because Amazon's gotten on special. We don't know for how long, but as long as there's demand for this book, they'll keep it at that price. So take advantage of 99 cents for like an amazing book. It's still a brand new release. Tom Slee is in there with an amazing story. April's in there with an amazing piece of art. And then there's 13 other authors in here, or 14 other authors, because you got Orson Scott Card with a story based on his cover art, and you've got the author of the story that April illustrated, Nina Creaky Hoffman's also in here as well. So take advantage. It's an amazing book. There's a lot of reading there. Only 99 cents. Amazon.com. Now about that sandwich. So
just getting us back on track, John.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going back off track.
What do you mean? The sandwich for LA was a Cuban anyway. That's the sandwich they had listed for LA was a Cuban.
Yeah, we have that over here at the office about once a week or so.
Yeah. Jack, I'll tell you, you know what, ask me on the next show and I'll tell you what it is. Because they're going to do a food segment tonight, so you can ask them. It's a good sandwich like anything else, yes. I don't think you write sci-fi about it, but still. It's
Challenge accepted.
I mean, you know, maybe you could. I don't know.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
writing
dragon
a
that
story
eats
about a
Cuban
sandwich
sandwiches,
is giving me Douglas Adams
Maybe
vibes.
the ingredients.
Exactly. It's
all
definitely
three
Douglas
different
Adams.
or something.
Yeah.
Because the
Like the
flavor's so
universe is
out
actually a
of
pastrami
this
sandwich.
world, you know,
Yeah.
like the sign says it's out of this world, and then you eat it, and then you're suddenly out of this world in a different land. And you just had to eat the sandwich and it transports you. I don't know. You know.
Well, you can paint it. We can have, and Tom can write it after you, based on your painting there.
And then I'll illustrate it. Yep. I got you.
We can start with your illustration. Yes. So are you going to be coming to Dragon Con, Tom? Are you going to fly back over the United States and come to Atlanta this fall?
That's a hell of a flight for Dragon Con.
Yeah, I think the US trip wiped out the savings a little bit, so I'm going to be a little bit frugal, unfortunately.
But we were able to take advantage of you were able to pack in a lot of stuff around
Yeah, it was.
Which is great.
So
what was your favorite part of the United States to see when you were here?
I'm gonna be honest, I think I liked Venice Beach the most. It was like a slap in the face with you're in America now, and it's full on, and it's like I kind of liked that.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a whole different look and stuff. So you were here in LA and staying there at the Venice Beach, or did you travel anywhere outside of California?
I did, but I squeezed in some boring work trips for the last week because Caitlin didn't have enough leave to spend the full 3 weeks over here. So I went to San Diego, Houston, Minneapolis, Kalamazoo, and Pittsburgh in 5 days.
Nice little ride, man. It's a good run.
Off to visit compressor vendors and dry gas seal vendors, and because in my day job I'm an engineer for a gas company, and there's some technology that we want to bring over to Australia. So I wanted to visit the vendors while I was here. So, there.
No, that's a good way of making.
Yeah, I did 7 states in 2 days. Getting from Minneapolis to Pittsburgh.
Sounds like when I go on tour.
You drove the whole way there? Are you driving, or were you flying, hopping around? You driving?
I flew over to Texas and flew up to Minneapolis and then drove.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to see a lot of country too, even though unless you're driving throughout the night and then doing your business during the day and then sleeping when you got back home.
But you and Ozzy, you should be used to driving. I know Europeans have an issue with driving, but I mean Australians got to be like Americans. Probably everything's forever to get to. I mean, unless you live in the city here, if you live outside a city in the United States, everything's an hour away. If you live in the city, of course,
I
it's
don't
not.
drive much here, but yeah, if I've got to drive for work, then usually it's a 2-hour flight and then a 4-hour drive into the middle of the desert.
Yeah, into the middle of nowhere. I used to love those jobs. When I was really, when I was waiting to go into the Navy, I was working for a company. I was doing inspections of welding on pipes, oil pipes. And cannot tell you how many times that stupid camera machine would go dead inside of a pipe. It'd be like halfway through the pipe, taking pictures of the welds, and it would just stop. There's nothing like crawling down a pipe for 5 miles to get a machine out of it in the middle of the summertime. But it paid good money. Even back
doesn't
then.
sound like much fun.
Oh, it does. But
Did you come out all black?
No, actually, it was all new pipe. It was all everything was new. It was just being put together. And we would just there to make sure that the wells got done. We had to check them in the field, and then we would send everything over to a lab to check them again before they pressurized them up. But I mean, I was making $55 an hour 45 years ago, because you don't imagine what they pay you today. Yeah. It was the work was some danger. It was just more boring than anything else. I mean, most of the time all you did was sit in the truck and look at the freaking screen. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is so much fun. See a alligator come walking out in front of a truck or something. You're like, oh, well, hey, how you doing? just weird stuff like that. But when I talk to my European friends, they don't like driving. Most of them, I was talking to somebody just the other day. He's like, Joe, he said, I drove across Texas. He said, do you realize I could drive almost across all of Europe just by driving across Texas? He said, man, y'all do a lot of driving. He said, and Americans think it's funny to drive an hour to work. He said, we don't do that.
Wow.
He said, what is wrong with you people?
Everything's so spread out.
That's what I said. So we have no
public transportation. Zero.
And we got lousy public transportation, and we got a big, wide out, spread out country all over the place.
Yeah, we got nothing.
We could be Canadians, though. They got it worse.
Yeah, true.
They got more territory and less roads to drive
They got
on.
to go through the forests and the Rockies.
And the ice. And the ice. Jimmy, why? You want to move to Australia? Tom said he don't want no damn American neighbors.
No. Not American neighbors.
He's
You're welcome. Plenty of space.
Yeah, it is a nice wide open country. You want to anyway?
Not much water.
Yeah, that's a downside. Of course, and y'all are surrounded just like New Zealand by great white sharks, crocodiles, and giant squids. Thank God we have real shit.
You got to worry about is the irukandji.
Oh man,
what's that?
Tiny little jellyfish.
Oh shit!
And they're incredibly dangerous. They're like if you get stung in the water, you will probably drown because they'll
paralyzes you. So stay away. It's just dangerous place.
Blue-ringed octopus, another one.
Yeah, just
lots of poisonous stuff around here.
Yeah, that's one of them dangerous continents, man.
The most poisonous land snake in the world is the Australian common brown snake.
He says with a smile of pride.
Hey, they're dangerous ass snakes. It's
just a regular common brown snake. Yeah, I don't know why it evolved to be so poisonous, but
because probably something used to back in the day, because something probably used to eat it. I got tired of getting eaten, and so we're going to take care of this problem. That's one thing we do have lots of down here: is poisonous snakes, poisonous spiders, alligators, panthers, and bears.
Cool.
And they love to come roaming up in the city with you. They don't realize that the city's off limits. No. Yeah. During Hurricane Katrina, we actually had sharks and alligators swimming on the main streets. You're like, really? And the news people were on a helicopter. The guy in a helicopter was cracking me up. He said, it's sharks. And then the other guy said, but that's an alligator. He said it's just like some shark gator movie going on here. It was insane.
Sharknado.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you get these local floods, the water moccasins come out the woodwork, and they're not near as poisonous as one in Brown's. Like they're poisonous as all hell, but the ones that kill you down here, the most of the diamondback rattlesnakes. That's just because they usually get big. So when they hit you with a load of poison, it's a big load.
Well, the main thing, it depends on like the first strike is the most one that's got the most poison. And then if you're like two, because it takes them like a week or so to like recharge fully on their poison. But if they've already gotten something and struck, then you're the second or third where they get, then there's not near the problem. It depends on, how far they've discharged their sacks of poison. So I'm just curious separately now, April, you were up for this award because we voted for you. Emily and I voted for you. So what's the deal with that?
So from what I've understood is that there's, I believe, 3 more rounds to go.
Explain what this is so people listening know what we're talking about. Because you're up for. She's been nominated for this award that has been put together by.
So Johnny Depp is like the face of it, but
yes,
it's been it was created from Colossal Management, I believe is the company, and they're a company that holds like these contests throughout the country, and it's all a donation, and then the money goes towards these like for bettering the community, for like classes, and so the money gets donated to like other organizations that like need money for like support, and so it's called the People's Artist Choice Award is one of the contests that they're running right now, and they have like other contests that they're doing right now at the same time. So there was the grand prize is that if you win, you get to have your work in a salon in Los Angeles. You get to have your art on the Artforum magazine, and then you get to win $25,000, which is like, that could really help out a lot.
Oh yeah.
And so there's the first top 20, which is when I sent you that link. So you can vote for free, or you can vote with money, like donating. You could donate $25 and it earns you 25 votes. Like for me personally, like I really wish it was just vote for free. Like, like it's something kind of doesn't feel like it's more than just like your ability. It's like whoever would donate with the most money would obviously have a better chance of winning.
Yeah.
I don't like, but like, I know that they're trying to raise money for this donation. So I get all that, but, I wish it was just free votes, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, we did 10 votes we could do, but that was,
thank you.
So, yeah.
Are they are they hooked up with the People's Choice Podcast Award people? Got similar names. That's why I'm going to have to look and see.
Maybe. I don't know. So now they just reset the voting. So there's the top 20, and then there's the top 15, and then they're going to do the top 10, then the top 5, and then there's the finalists and the semifinalists. It goes on for, I think, until June.
Man, you better win, or I'm going to be writing some nasty letters to people.
It would be nice. But they, you have, they give you questions to answer, and, questions about your work, who you are, what's your inspiration, and what would you do with the money if you won, and so people can read the answers of all the different artists. And I have a few friends that are in the contest too, and I vote for them, so they kind of vote for me, so we vote for each other, and I thought, if anything, this is good exposure for me. If I win, great. If not, oh well, I tried,
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for voting for me. I appreciate that. But I won't know till June. I think it's June or July.
So if people listening, how do people vote for you?
So you go on the website People's Artist Choice Awards, and you type in my name, and you'll have a chance to
April Solomon, just like you see at the
April Solomon. Yep, right there.
Yeah.
April Solomon. I added Dragon Specialist because that's my new selling tagline. Thanks to Lazarus, when I did that workshop, Lazarus told me, he said, you should just call yourself a Dragon Specialist. And I loved it so much, so I've been using it ever since.
Good, yeah. Joe just tried the moniker of Dragon Lady, but that's probably has too much other encumbrances surrounded with it from Hollywood. The Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it works. It fits.
But anyway, so anybody who's listening to this, she's an amazing artist. And so she was, so you got the one that you pulled up for, that was in volume 39, which I don't have here, but she did do the art here in volume 42, which I showed, but it's just, and you can see some of the art's on there as well, right? On the
yeah. When you go into my name, April Solomon, you'll see a catalog of my work and my process, so people can see my work. And
yeah, just amazing. But you can go in there, you can vote for her, and then if she wins, then she's going to buy me one of those chocolate things I can buy off the top and the bottom, or she's going to get me a whole box of red Twizzlers that I can then buy and drink a Coke with and see if I can get through the whole thing before getting out.
All that
stuff.
Yeah, I'll happily do that. No problem.
Okay, good.
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna have our dinner at Dragon Con, so I'm gonna get that scheduled pretty soon. So we'll get all of the past winners and judges who are there to attend one of those nights that everybody can be there and have
cool.
the Writers and Illustrators feature dinner. And Bob will be there for it. He's all excited.
So do you have a place in mind already?
It might be the same as what we did last year. I just we need to do our due diligence on it to find something that can handle that many people without wanting to charge like $300.
Mm-hmm. And a place you can, that's it. And a place where you can walk to, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Like when we did last year was great.
Yeah, that was perfect. That worked out great.
I might do that one again.
Yeah, that's the website. So that explains the contest, explains the brands that are involved, and Johnny Depp is involved. There was a lot of talk about this possibly being a scam, and that was coming out a lot recently because of the wording of the artwork and how they like own the rights to be able to use your work and publish your work, but they changed all that recently. So that's no longer the case, but I get weekly texts from these guys. I get updates from them. I don't believe it's a scam, but I could see where people thought it was. But I really honestly was, and I even thought about backing out for a while because people were suddenly just saying, "No, this is a scam. It's not real." But I got a lot of feedback from these people throughout the course of me being in this contest, and I saw the people who were involved, and I thought, I really don't think this is a scam. I think it's real. So,
how do we find your name on here?
If you type in my name, so the link I sent you, John, I know that will work, but if there's a place to type in an artist's name, or if you typed in April Solomon and then, or you know what, John, I could send you the link right now.
We'll send it to Joe because he's the one who just pulled it up.
Okay, Joe, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you just pop it into the chat right here.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, they got private chat and regular chat in here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pop it into it.
Well,
it's
okay, I'm gonna grab it right now. Okay, I found it.
Out of there.
All right, caught that. Roger. And by the way, Thomas, if you're talking and I talk over you, I apologize. I just can't hear you.
That's okay. You probably can't hear me say that's okay.
It's really just because it's really just because she's from California.
Yay!
Wait, Thomas, I can hear you now. What the hell? That was weird. Thomas, I can hear you now. That's amazing.
Yay.
That was weird. Okay. I've been able to hear you this whole time. And the one time I finally hear you, you're like, it's okay. I'm like, wait, was that Thomas? Okay, well, cool. That worked. I just put it in the...
Yeah, I got it. I'm just I'm fiddling around with the stupid thingies. Share my screen. There we go.
Because I missed out on all that talk that you're talking about sandwiches, and all I can hear is John and Joe talk about how good that sounds. I'm like, man, I can't hear any of this right now.
So you missed out on all the dangerous and poisonous things and all the brown snake and these little baby oh, look at her.
Yeah, I'm first in my group. So there's groups of however many are in a group. I actually don't know. I think I could find out. I just haven't decided to figure it out. But there's different groups of artists, and they all have depending on if they're first or second or third. And so right now I'm first. So I did advance to the next round. So I'm in the top 15. So now it's going to be after this will be the top 10, then the top 5. And then I think it's finalists and semifinalists. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It listed in the rules.
I'll tell them I'll give them a 30-second commercial for 1,000 votes. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, that works for me. So, hey. People, y'all better get over there and vote. I'm looking at these prices right now. Y'all should be able to see them on screen.
Yeah.
It's we'll definitely.
But you can do a vote also without. You can just do a single
do a
vote
free
without
vote.
having paid.
Yeah, you got the free one right there.
Yeah. Free one, and you verify with Facebook, so it's like a Facebook, connected with Facebook for verification. To say you're a real person, I believe that's what they're trying to do.
Continue as Joe. Come on, thing. Yes. Okay, we're good. So
Yay.
now we'll have to do one. Now we'll have to do the station. I'll have to.
Did you vote for her?
Yeah, just now.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Your free vote for April Solomon was received. See, it says it up there at the top of the page, man.
Hey, man, you rock.
I'm gonna make the station go put it like 20 or 50 down or something.
And every day you can vote. So
really?
day,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every day you can vote. It resets it, and then after that, and then it resets again. So it's just this never-ending vote every day. So, but we'll see.
Let's see. Let's save this so I know where it's at.
Oh, I have the coolest information to share with you guys.
What's that?
So I think it was 2 weeks ago, I met George Lucas's chief branding gal who was hired by George Lucas back when he was just making the first Star Wars movie. Her name is Rio Fior. And Rio Fior, while she was still in art college, she built this 100-page Bible book to brand George Lucas's look with colors, fonts, like everything. And she's worked with big name people over the years. And Rio, was the gal who hired Drew Struzan to do the posters for George Lucas. And I got to meet Rio, and I got to tell her that my dad and Drew went to art college together, and they were really good friends. And then that's how I got to meet Drew Struzan and his wife Dylan, and we've been, like they're like family to me now. So, I got to tell her all about Drew and my dad, and so I got invited to go to this art gallery. Rio's friend, she was having an art show here in Laguna Beach, and I just went 2 days ago. And I got to meet Rio again and meet other people who were like in film and editing and photography and art. And it was such a cool art venue. And I'm
that's great.
Yeah, just remember us little people, we know when you're all big and famous.
You're not little.
Well, no, not literally not little, but still.
But that was so cool. So I'm really looking forward to meeting or seeing Rio again and get together with her, because I really connected with her and her journey as a artist and a creator, and she's incredible. Like I got so much out of her story and who she is now, and I see her, I'm like, oh, I want to be like that when I get older. I want to be this. She has this aura, and she's just such an amazing woman. So I was really, really touched to meet her and feel like we had a connection, because she never met Drew. She just hired him. So
that's the way to do it.
Pretty wild.
People get hired without meeting. That's strange. Daisy, what you got? One question, because we didn't get much time. What you got? What question you got? That no, you can't answer that question. I'll take like 2 weeks. Either guest would take 2 weeks to answer that question. So what do you got? No, you can't just ask how do you become an artist or how do you become an author, because first off, there's like 5 million answers to that question. Trust me, I have talked to enough illustrators and artists to tell you none of them answer it the same way.
But the one thing you have as a stable datum is like a writer becomes a writer by writing, and an artist becomes an artist by drawing and illustrating. Yep. You got to do it. It's like
just do it. Yeah, there's no secret sauce. You just sit down and do it. I mean, right, Thomas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sit down and do it.
Yeah, it's like you can take a look at it.
You'll suck at the start, but you'll get better.
Yeah, you take a look at it, yeah, well, a musician, that's different. You need to have time to practice your piano or practice your saxophone, whatever. Same thing. You need to build your chops, so to think you can sit down and just out of, the muse will just like come off the brow of Jove and just here you are. It doesn't work like that. I see April, just every time I see her, you think like she's not listening to me. She's totally listening to you, but she's always sketching. She's always drawing. It's just like, yeah, right now, this whole thing, she's just drawing. And I've seen her so many times and she's always just like sketching and drawing. And when we're at like LobbyCon or BarCon at Rise of the Future, she's there, and I'd see her. She'd be there with Bob Eggleton. This was last year, and they're sitting there just talking at the bar, and they're both sharing the same drawing, just like sketching, filling it in. She's got the color pencils, he's got his rapidograph or whatever he's doing he's doing the thing, and just like it's just always drawing and just practice. And then Tom is just like he said, the book that I'm reading right now, the first third was just slop. It took him a while just to get into it, and then he rewrote it and whatnot. But it just becomes good. The guy interviewed yesterday, Neo Edmond, he did many Power Ranger episodes in the TV series, but he also wrote several of the Power Ranger books for, I forget which publisher it was. The book that I read. It was very obviously his first book. It wasn't that good in terms of technique and stuff, but the story was just so pulling. I was just like, I had to talk about like the importance of story. Story is like a senior thing in writing over story quality. You can get people argue that like Harry Potter is like this and that other thing. It's an amazing story. It's sold billions of books because it's such a great story. So, but it takes this writing and writing and writing and writing, or drawing and drawing and drawing to be able to become good.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
And
same with everything.
Yeah.
Being able to face your ugly drawings, like I forget what the number is now, but it's like you got to do so many thousands of bad drawings so that you can get to the good drawings. And just working through those ugly stages, and and I'm a perfectionist, so it's never good enough. Like when I'm never fully satisfied with what I do. I'm always like 20% reserved of like, oh, I could have done this or that, but but the next one, maybe the next one I'll get closer in, and then the next one, and it's never 100% satisfying. Like Norman Rockwell, he was never 100% satisfied. He was always 75% satisfied with his work. He never felt like he was 100% satisfied.
Larry Elmore also.
I like learning this.
Yeah, but like Larry Elmore too. He's
Larry. Oh yeah.
He's just an amazing guy. And he said, "No, we got he's a brilliant artist, but he says, I'm still learning."
Mm-hmm.
And he's been painting for 60 years. And he's just like, I'm still learning. When I've told this story multiple times on where someone said, "Oh yeah, that's an Elmore rock." What do you mean it's an Elmore rock? Yeah, your rocks all look the same. They do? You start studying rocks, like, oh, they are. And then you start looking at waterfalls and water, like, I do, they're all the same. I don't really look and see. You got to really be able to look and see what's there and not what you pretend to think is there. Mm-hmm. And that's when I've talked to several artists, that's like one of the hardest things, to be able to look and actually see what's there and not what
is in your head already. As an assumption.
Yeah.
There's that balance where, especially in the fine art world, you've got to combine learning how to see, but also what you know. So like if I'm drawing a face and I know that, the ears are going to drop underneath the nose, and I know that there's a shape here in the skull, but what I see, I don't see that shape clearly. So instead of being a slave to what I see, then I have to rely on what I know. And then I can get past all those obstacles that my eyes are not filling in all the information. And then the artist's intuition, or like a writer's intuition. Like I'm sure like Thomas, like, you've got your style of writing, but, you have an intuition about how you want to say it based off of, past, heroes that you follow. And and through your filter, your intuition, it's like,
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't make sense that you do that way, like to the outside world, but you feel it, you know it, this is the right thing to do.
Yes, it's weird. It's kind of hard to describe, but I feel like sentences and paragraphs have a shape. And either when I write them down, and either they are the right shape or they've come out wrong, and so I will go back and tinker until they're the right shape. It's very different for what a lot of the writing advice is you should just write it down and never go back and tinker again. Orson Scott Card would slap me upside the head for going back and tinkering, but
I like to call it
me, so.
Yeah, I like that though. That makes sense, because when I write, I don't like to have one long page of like text. I like to break it up, so I kind of feel like it's like breathing in between speaking.
Well, one thing too, like and this is one of the things that both Kevin Anderson and Brandon Sanderson said they got that from reading Ron Hubbard's fiction like Battlefield Earth, is that pacing. He said he's a master of pacing, and so even Publisher Weekly said he's a master of plot and pacing. But just the short, fast paragraphs can speed up the reading, can speed up the stuff, and the long paragraphs can slow it down a bit, and the short ones can pick it up again. And I
like that.
Yeah, but Kevin said, I totally I learned that from him on that, how to do this. And people don't realize, like, he was writing this stuff in the 30s and 40s and 50s, all that pulp fiction that he wrote, and then Battlefield Earth was an homage to that pulp fiction era, and because it's definitely that type of style of writing. So it's just, you get that way by writing. And Dean Wesley Smith, one of our judges, he talks about like the revision. He said every time you revise it, it's like putting a rock in a rock polisher. It starts off, it's got all its hard edges and the unique things about it, and then you put it in a polisher. You keep on polishing, and then when it's done, it comes out nice and smooth, like every other polished rock. There's nothing that makes it unique. And so he talks, because he likes to write and just be done with it. But he's written millions of words. So he's gotten to the point where he can actually do it. He's not thinking about the typewriter. He's not thinking about, the words. He's creating a story, which just
lost in a story.
Yeah, and they just create like that. So I see painters, they do this stuff. They can do like Brian Hales. He's just like, or with watching Cyril, his painting, or Larry Elmore. They're just like, you go through and then watching how with your stuff that you do with Bob Biggleton, April, you've already gone through so much of the stuff. Now you're into being able to just put more attention on execution, not like, okay, now when do I put out my red pencil versus my blue pencil? You just automatically you're now doing this stuff because you've done it so much that have a sequence. Now you can just focus on creation.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, we got to go, guys, because it's about 10 after. So
okay.
Yes.
And actually, we were saying 99 cents on Amazon because
buy it.
99 cents, you cheap bastards.
We don't know how long it's going to be like that, but wherever you are on planet Earth right now, if you go to Amazon.com, you can get it for 99 cents. And that's a serious bargain. It's a lot of pages. It's like over 500 pages of amazing storytelling and beautiful art. You got Thomas's story in here. You got April's art in there, plus amazing other stories as well. So do take advantage of this. I say it a lot, but sometimes you have to say it a bunch of times before someone says, all right, I'll give it a try. 99 cents. Oh, come on. You can't even get like.
No, stop being cheapskate, people. Gotta buy it 99 cents.
Exactly.
What could you buy with 99 cents these days?
Not much.
Buy gum.
You can buy a Twizzler stick.
Oh, a Twizzler, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't even get
a couple of carrots.
There you go.
A couple of carrots.
Not here in California, but
yeah,
there
you can't get that for 99 cents where I live. You can't get bubble gum for that. It's they did away with any nickel candies or anything like that. I think everything starts at $1 now,
which is crazy. So yeah, it's like you can either buy yourself a Snickers or you can buy yourself a whole book. So get your book.
A book is way better.
Yeah,
exactly.
Get both. Get both. You'll need the Snickers halfway through the book. So get both. Yeah, energy, man. Get through these books. Yeah, it takes energy. Buy a Snickers, buy a book. 99 cents is cheap. No, you can get the real one. I mean, like I said earlier, you can get it all three forms. You can get it in the ebook for 99 cents. You can go get this one. I think it's 22.
Yeah.
Or you can get the audiobook. Yeah.
For one Audible credit.
There you go.
So there you go. That's pretty easy. They made it pretty easy. Just whichever one you want. Well, no, I mean, if you got a pad, okay, Jimmy, I know you're whining about the artwork, but on the pad, you can see it just as good. I mean,
on the ebook too, you get the ebook, you get all the art. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll see it on your pad. It's just like it's in the book here. When you're reading the book on your iPad or whatever pad you got, the artwork will be there as well. I don't think it comes with the audiobook. I mean,
Audiobook, when you get the audiobook, you get a PDF attached that you can then download when you buy the audiobook.
Okay, well there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. So there you go, guys. Go out. You know what, Jimmy? You should go buy 100 of them and donate them to the station so we can give them away to all these. I got to go to Oxford, Mississippi to give a lecture, so you already do that. Yeah. No, it's not on literacy. It's on the lecture I'm doing at Oxford is on politics. Yeah. Well, it's on local politics actually. It's stuff that goes on locally. It's not. It's trust me. It's nothing you'd be interested. It's not like when I'm talking on Friday night. It'd be boring.
See, this is the Kindle. I'm looking at the book here on Kindle. You got the art there.
Right there, guys.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
So there you go. 99 cents. No, because I'm gonna ask John when I see him next week, and if y'all ain't bought a bunch of books, I'm gonna bitch the whole entire next show. The whole I might for the next 4 or 5 shows just to irritate you people. Look, 99 cents. I know everything's tight.
Don't threaten them with a good time, Joe.
That's right. I mean, besides that, if you've got kids or grandkids or great grandkids, you can hand it down to them, let them read it. Okay, Johnny, I know you're not gonna let nobody use your damn pad. Put it on a cheap phone or something, or put it on a laptop. I know you got all them stupid Google laptops laying around your house. I have both cheap laptop and expensive laptop. The cheap one I take everywhere with me. I bought it. I got stuck in California. I left the charger in New Orleans when I went to see them the first time. So I had to buy a laptop when I was out there, and all that was there was Target. So I went to Target and bought some laptop for $339. Still have it. Still works like the day I bought it. I'm amazed. It was that cheap and it still works. I'm just stunned. Oh man. Well, no, because I got some expensive. Yeah, just multi-cord. I don't need, to be honest with you, these days, as long as I got access to the main service, I don't really need anything but a pad or a phone. Yeah, because I can access.
Need a sketchbook.
Yeah, it makes it easier. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here, guys and girls. I hope to see you at Dragon Con. Tom, anytime in the country, any new books, just let me know or let Carmen know or something. They can go right here. We can put them up there, and people can look at them while we're talking. Matter of fact, if you're looking, this is Death of a Taxman. This was what, 2 years ago? This book's been sitting up
here.
That's like
4 years ago.
4 years ago. See how long this book's been up here hiding that? That one up there is from Kevin Dan. That's one of those Star Wars. That's Into the Stars, along with the Monroe Doctrine. Those have been sitting up there for a while. Game Ons. And of course, I always have a copy of Battlefield Earth or Mission Earth sitting up there. But I leave them up there. Matter of fact, I usually forget about them until I give them away. I forget about them. And they just stay back there so people can see them. And the best part is if you're watching us on any of our TV or video feeds, you can read everything back there like it's sitting in front of you. It's quite nice.
Come to visit.
Oh, there we go. Hello. Wakey.
Yeah, a bit early in the morning, I think.
He's like, Dad, what are you doing up, man? What the hell's going on here? Who are you talking to? Poor dog is confused, man.
Back down you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get out of here because I got to go eat anyhow. Guys, April, nice seeing you. Tom, nice seeing you. John, hold on.
Lovely to meet you. Good to see you guys again.
Yes, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, April. And I look forward to seeing that you win this competition. That'd be great.
That would be amazing.
And we'll definitely be in touch. Are you going to be in San Diego Comic-Con?
I won't be there, but if you need me to come out, I'm more than happy to.
Just let me know. Okay, good.
I'll be around.
Okay, great. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you very much, Tom
so
and April.
All right, guys, when you go looking for both of them, both their addresses are in the description, so you can get them out of there. And they're also, if you're watching this via Facebook or YouTube or any of those apps, it's also posted on those apps as well. So you can just click the button and go to either one of their websites. It's that easy, that fast. Get out there, check them out, buy something. And again, go spend the 99 cents, people. Come on. I got to pay some bills around here, people. Anyway, on that note, thanks for tuning in to United Public Radio and Authors Quill. I'll see y'all in less than an hour on the chat, and Johnny will be back next week. Matter of fact, in case you forgot, he was on earlier today with the Writers of the Future.
Yeah, and Tom, his podcast was on just before we came on here.
So he was just on
that 3 hours of Tom.
And they did 3.791. Yeah.
My girlfriend won't put up with me for that long.
Yeah, y'all did 3.7 on that. Anyway, on that note, we got to go, guys. Thanks again for tuning in to United Public Radio and the Authors Quill, and I'll see you in a little while. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.